Holy crap, ladies and gentlemen. The seasons are approaching and it's 7 o'clock and the sun is almost set. You're gonna hear me talk. We have about 4 or 5 videos to do. Pretty much it. It's weird, I know. Don't get me wrong, I know. Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to Welcome to another show. Guys, doing well. As you guys are having a wonderful 4th September 2024. May the 4th be with you. No, not so much. Today we're doing a taste test. Oh shit. I was supposed to do it in English, huh? In French, sorry. Bloopers, 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 bloopers. Salut, c'est ton Cheming, j'espère que tu passes une bonne journée, j'espère que tu vas bien. Aujourd'hui, on fait un autre petit test de bouffe en ce 4 septembre 2024. Tu vois les saisons qui changent, il est 7h du soir puis il fait déjà noir. Fait que ça avance, mon homme, ça avance, ça avance, ça avance, tonnerre. Comme qui dirait Sonia, des grandes gueules. Nous autres, parlant de grandes gueules, parlant de Québécois, on goûte un produit du Québec. J'espère, parce que ça s'appelle le Petit Québec. Mon squad, ma gang de bandits. Tout ça c'était copyright par YouTube. Fait que ouais, on va goûter du cheddar fort du Québec. J'ai déjà goûté ça, j'ai déjà mangé ça, je le sais qu'est-ce que tu dis. Par exemple, la dernière fois que je l'ai mangé, right? La dernière fois que je l'ai mangé, c'est quoi, on va faire un petit morceau là. Ça c'est bon, ça c'est honnête. Ça va être, on va faire un petit morceau, je fais une diète. Je fais une petite diète, comme qu'ils dirions. Fait que ouais, la diète. Pourquoi je mange du fromage en diète? Le fromage est hyper bon quand tu fais de la diète. C'est plein de produits laitiers, qui est bon pour le calcium. C'est plein de protéines, qui est bon pour le reste. Il y a quand même beaucoup de calories, mais pas tant que ça. Puis ça goûte bon. Fait que le fromage cheddar fort du Québec, qui est super fait au Québec. Nazrovia. Ok. Oh ouais. C'est fou parce que la semaine passée, j'ai goûté du Cracker Barrel cheddar fort. Là, il est définitivement plus doux. Je sais pas pourquoi. Pas une part à ma gringouin tout de suite. Il y a un méchant goût de gadois, je sais pas pourquoi. Mais écoute, c'est délicieux. Ça goûte bon. On est hyper content. On va par chez nous. Est-ce que c'est incroyable? Non. Est-ce que c'est bon? Oui. Ma diète, est-ce que c'est bon? Oui. Est-ce que j'ai l'impression d'enlever ça? Oui. Pourquoi je trouve pas ça? Pourquoi j'ai dit pas ça? C'est pas la faute de Petit Québec. C'est pas leur faute. C'est que je viens de. En fait, comme j'ai dit, je fais une diète. Et je mangeais beaucoup de. Et je parle normal, tu sais. Je mange beaucoup de fromage, j'adore le fromage. Mais j'ai mangé des fromages là, incroyables, des Havarti, des jalapenos, des fromages qui sont un peu plus complexes, des habaneros. J'ai mangé des fromages à l'herbe. C'était incroyable. Puis oui, le cheddar fort, il est bon. Mais un peu plus plate que les autres saveurs. Les autres, là, encore une fois, c'est du vrai fromage, hein? Il n'y a pas du fromage puis des feux d'artifice. Fait que, pour qu'est-ce que c'est vraiment bon. Puis ouais, mal ça. Je vous aime, passez une belle soirée. Ciao. Moi, je fais ça. Je sais pas. Écoute, ça fait 4 jours que j'ai pas tap, fait que ça tourne. Hum. Hum. Salut, c'est Benjamin. J'espère que c'est une belle journée, une belle soirée. En ce 4 septembre 2024, aujourd'hui, je vous présente un nouveau produit. Un autre produit. On est en pleine diète, c'est mon dernier snack, mon dernier breuvage de la soirée. Dans la diète, on va boire un Starbucks double shot expresso. Fait que c'est considéré comme un café énergétique. Qui est bizarre parce que la caféine en tant que telle, c'est énergétique en tant que telle, mais bon. Dizzy Ghoul, c'est qu'encore une fois, je vois pas beaucoup de Starbucks. Je suis pas leur plus grand client. Fait que chaque fois que je leur goûte, que je les goûte, c'est quand même spécial parce que, encore une fois, je vais au Tim Hortons quasiment chaque semaine, tu connais le goût. Tu sais, quelque part d'autre, tu vois, le café est différent. Il y a beaucoup de façons, il y a beaucoup de. Le café, c'est un art, tu comprends? Il y a la fève de cacao que tu utilises, pas la cacao, c'est quoi? Coca? Que je titule, moi, Chris. Je suis un cafetier expert. Non, mais il y a la torréfaction, il y a la graine de café en tant que telle, il y a le transport, la fraîcheur du produit. Il y a beaucoup de choses. Voilà, un cadre comme ça, c'est quand même cool. Encore une fois, Starbucks, c'est possiblement une des seules marques qui fait du café en canne et en bouteille. Ce qui est quand même cool, encore une fois. Mais il faut se comprendre aussi que Starbucks a les moyens de le faire, sûrement. Vu que le Starbucks, il faut qu'on parlait d'une. Ok, disclaimer, je fais un défi parce que je tape pas. Fait que si ça a l'air confus, parce que mon cerveau présentement, là, c'est la folie. On parlait justement de produits. Et à quel point on regardait la qualité du produit, on regardait le nom du produit, la marque qui a fait le produit. Puis on laissait ça nous convaincre ou nous empêcher d'acheter un produit en tant que tel. Starbucks, le nom Starbucks, c'est un nom qui sonne qualité, c'est un nom qui équivale à qualité, c'est un nom qui va pousser à payer un peu plus. C'est que juste parce qu'il y a la petite madame, là, la petite femme du Starbucks, si ça vaut de l'argent, tu comprends? Fait que le fait qu'ils peuvent charger plus cher, qu'en chargeant plus cher, ils sont capables de tu sais, en mode, toi là, ok, ben, encore une fois, c'est confus dans ma tête, ça c'est ADHD. C'est extrêmement simple en fait. Si je veux prendre un produit, right? Pour vendre un produit, je trouve que ça donne profit. Pour faire un profit, il faut que je charge 4$. Qui va payer 4$ pour une canne de café? Je rajoute de la fille par-dessus, je peux charger 5$. Normalement, je fais du profit, mais je fais beaucoup de profit. Fait que eux, ils ont la possibilité de faire du café en canne. Maintenant, à fil du blabla, on va goûter. C'est caramel. Starbucks double shot. Quand tu ouvres des cannes, attention, tu coupes. L'odeur, c'est bon. Ça sent le caramel, mais je cherche à chercher. Écoute, je cherche nos saveurs. Hey, 4 jours de diète, 4 jours sans frapper. Ça l'affecte un homme, là, ça l'affecte le mental, ça l'affecte tout le sec. Sur ça. L'odeur est vraiment bonne, j'adore. Le café, j'ai toujours trouvé ça vraiment peut-être bon. Le caramel aussi, fait que l'harmonie des deux, c'est quand même cool. Vraiment bon. C'est vraiment nice. T'as des effluves de caramel, c'est sûr. Moi, je trouve que tu goûtes du caramel, c'est 100%. Ensuite, tu goûtes la caféine, c'est cool. Mais c'est plus, en fait, c'est plus, je te dirais, c'est sûr parce que le caramel, il y a vraiment qu'est-ce que ça, caramel plus foncé, moins foncé, il y a vraiment un goût particulier. Puis c'est vraiment ce goût-là qui passe, mais le caramel est un petit peu amer. L'amertume, ça peut être. Ok. Fait quand tu cuis du caramel, tu as 3 types de caramel. Le caramel avec beaucoup de crème, va donner un caramel très crémeux. Le caramel avec pas beaucoup de crème, beaucoup de sucre. Tout ça, le caramel qui est plus bruni. Et qu'est-ce qu'on fait? Il faut faire chauffer le sucre plus longtemps. On va caraméliser le sucre. On va faire. Fait que, il y a l'amertume de ça, t'es pas sûr si l'amertume c'est du café ou c'est du caramel. L'harmonie est vraiment bonne. Sincèrement, parce que c'est étrange parce que, tu sais, c'est comme si t'aurais pris, c'est bon, mais c'est comme si t'aurais pris en fait du café normal, puis t'aurais mis du caramel avec. Le caramel, oui, c'est sucré, mais c'est aussi amer. Fait que le bon goût du caramel, c'est vraiment amer. T'as pas nécessairement le goût du café. Oui, tu sais que c'est du café, oui, il y a le goût de caféine. Mais t'as pas le bon goût de café noir, tu comprends? Regarde, t'as fait une longue histoire courte, c'est bon, c'est pas super. Est-ce que je le recommande? Oui. Est-ce que j'en boirais chaque jour? Non. Fait que ça rend compte qu'est-ce que t'en veux. Moi, je fais ma job. Fait que je t'aime. Passez une belle soirée. On s'en reparle demain dans quelques secondes. Ciao. Don't blink, it's your boy. Welcome to one of the weirdest videos I ever made. One of the videos that you should definitely not watch. However, I have to play Howard is a tournament tonight. No, that's not a tournament. That's not a subject of the evening. That's not it. I know it's weird, but it's not it. So, the subject of tonight, I think I have to. It's one of the kind of the videos that I have to say why I'm doing it. I have to explain why. And I have to say who inspired me because it's a weird video. The subject of the video tonight is a part 2 to 10 years of fapping. As you guys know, we're the 4th September today. On the 1st September, I did a no fap diet challenge. The reason for the no fap and the diet is because those are two. Yes, my weight is bothering me, but those are two zones of comfort that I get to hide in. So whenever something is going wrong, I use these as a coping mechanism, right? Now, having a coping mechanism is amazing, it's perfection. You want a coping mechanism, right? You want that. When everything goes down, you need to have a coping mechanism. Sorry, 4-day no fap and I'm on diet, so I'm pretty hungry. Thankfully, I got this. This is my last meal, not meal, but last snack of the day. This is the coffee. There's half left. I got till 8 o'clock to eat, and it's 7:20. We're doing intermittent fasting. So, continuing the story. See, that sort of comfort and coping mechanism is good, but there has to be, like for example, right? Your parents are abusive. You got that place, right? To hide. That's fantastic. I'm talking abusive. I'm talking about abusive with the physical, emotional. They're very abusive, right? So you get a reason to hide. Now your neighbor have strict parents. They're not abusive. They're strict because they see you coping mechanism. That's the same. Now yours is truly needed, but his isn't as needed. Now why is that a problem? Why having a coping mechanism that when you don't need it is a problem? Because you tend to have it. So if I was able to say, hey, you see it with the judge, you see it with the courts, when people are accused of corruption, you say, oh, I plead the fifth. And it's kind of like a coward way out. I'm not saying having a coping mechanism is a cowardly move. However, if you're using it for every single instance where you're a bit pushed, it's not good because you're not gonna face adversity, and adversity helps you improve. See, adversity is supposed to be on this planet to make you a better person. If you don't face adversity and you hide, then that evolution or that betterment of yourself doesn't happen. And because this betterment of yourself doesn't happen, you're stuck at level 1. Let's take one of the TSP jackass expression. Now, this is why the reason why we stop fapping and the reason why we stop eating, right? Well, we're eating, we're dieting. Now, it's funny because I was thinking a lot about corn today. As I said, with the food, I can drink water and I can chew gums. The more I chew gums, the more my brain thinks I'm eating, the more I fill up my body with water, the more my body's like, okay, yeah, you got water in your system, you're good. But with fapping, I can't do shit. And I was thinking a lot about fapping, right? And you guys know I'm Canadian, you guys know I grew up watching Trailer Park Boys, my favorite show, and it reminded me of the time when Jim, I think it's season 5, it's season 5 for sure, where Jim says he quit drinking, right? All he does is talk about drinking, talk about how he missed the smell, the taste, and I do miss it. So in the first part of this video, which is another video completely, we did why I did this for 10 years. But I think it's important to say the history of it, right? Because a zone of comfort isn't just, oh, yeah, the zone of comfort, that's it. I was explaining why. And the reason why this is a weird video, because I'm going to talk about my experience with corn in itself. My experience with corn. And it's kind of weird because this is possibly something you shouldn't hear, something you shouldn't talk about. However, the sole goal of this video is, like part 1, There's other people that are going through it. There's other people that are going through the exact same thing as me. We're 7 billion people. We're all uniques. But the problems aren't. Or maybe someone out there need to listen to this. Now I know what you're saying. You're doing a video for a person when there's 1,000 people that will not like this video. And you're absolutely fucking right. I shouldn't be making this video at all. The reason why I do it is because of 2 days ago, we watched a video by Inaber, INABEBBER on YouTube. A 7 hours video on avocado. It's very niche content. It's not for everybody, right? I don't want to be that guy that does mainstream content. I want to be me, bro. So my experience with corn, of course, as corn. My experience with corn is kind of a weird one. My experience with corn was, it begins in high school, where, okay, so as a kid, my mom, my father, I'm very sheltered, right? I go to a school, but it's a very, not necessarily private school, but it's a school with a good reputation, right? And I told you, if you guys know Lachine, there's a higher Lachine, which is consisting of people that have a higher salary. It's consisting of people that are better off. They have the house is bigger. There's garden. There's everything. In lower Lachine, it's more apartment. It's more lower salary. It's less expensive. Okay. So I go in a school. That school is a religious school. It's a religious school. You're not gonna talk about that, right? I go into high school, and now it's a public high school. So that there's people of all walks of life going. And I guess she was a friend. We didn't keep in touch. She's a cool girl though. Beatrice is a year older than me. She didn't pass her first year of high school. And she's talking about sex. And she's talking about sex with my best friend, which is Dimitri. And she tells him, and then she talks to me and she said, "Hey, I bet you never jerked off." And in my mind, it's completely insane because I never even heard of that, right? Of course you get boners. You're a human being, right? But jerking off, never heard of it. Now, here's the crazy part. In Showcases, in Showcase, the channel, the channel, there was 3 shows that I really enjoyed, which was Skinny vs. Skinny, as you guys know, Trailer Park Boys, as you guys know, but there's a third one. And that third one explored the world of adult film. Yeah, on TV. It wasn't at 10 o'clock. So of course I watched this, right? There was some sex scene. My first time fapping was actually to that show. And my first time, I wasn't gifted talk about birds and bees. So even after accomplishment, I kept going. So the next day I come and I'm hurting. I'm hurting like somebody kicked me, right? Which is when you over-exercise a muscle. Because it is, I don't think it's a muscle though. I don't think it's a muscle. Fast forward, right? I'm looking forward to this, right? Fast forward 3 years. 3 years. Because what I'm not saying, okay? What I'm not saying is a very crazy thought. My mom has a channel where I was watching corn. My father doesn't. My father has me 12 days out of 14. That show was once every Friday. So out of 2 weeks, I could only do it once. So of course, I looked for something else. Now, of course, the first thing I had to watch was photos. How bad it was. This is just how bad it was. It was dinner time. I was 14. I was already, when my parents were making dinner, there was no closed door. You had to go down the stairs, but there was no closed door, which is crazy to me. Now we're going to go again to the third high school. So I guess you guys would call it grade 9. Grade 9, I'm given an MP3, but that MP3 is very special. That MP3 has a picture. You can put picture on it. You can put videos on it. But it's only, I think it was, that was like 2008, 2009. I think the maximum I could put like 30, 32, 36 gigs of data. So I put a lot of picture in it, right? And I would use those pictures too at night too. right? But the problem with those pictures were, and I'm a hoarder, you know I'm a hoarder. The problem with those pictures was, it was extremely weird, because I wouldn't, let's for example, I had like a 300 pictures. I wouldn't use 300, so I would use a couple, and I would delete some. But as a hoarder, I would always want to add more than delete, right? Then, as I told you, I went to a public high school. That MP3 was stolen. Yeah, with the picture on it. So I'm back to the first round. However, we're now in grade 5. In grade 5, I get an iPod Touch. Yeah, I remember that. Get an iPod Touch. However, iPod doesn't allow you to put videos on it. Not even corn. You have to go through iTunes. And yeah, iTunes had a cloud memory even back then. So if you put something, chances are they're gonna find it. So what I did was I discovered a website called Literotica. Literotica is a adult website where instead of watching videos or photos, you're watching text. People write their fantasy, right? And the craziest thing is, if you look back at my past as a content creator, in the first 6 months I was writing erotica on Wattpad. So again, we're seeing the roots of the vendetta, right? That's why I was writing it, because I enjoy that stuff. And I want to say for a solid 2 years, I was reading. And it was so nice because it worked imagination. It wasn't like, oh, I'm not like this actress, or oh, I don't like this scene. It was like, hey, this is a story. Like, and it's cool because I think it was more fun to read than to watch. Now, of course, I got lazy. I ended up being at my mom's house. Now, at my mom's house, I got kicked out. My father, they said, hey, either you find a job or you're out. But okay, so he was bluffing. Didn't get a job. He wasn't bluffing. So took it out to my mom's house. My mom's house, she has Wi-Fi. Turns out, I know only one website, which is Pornhub. And I don't remember if it was Pornhub or Browser. I don't remember. But one of those websites, and you can only watch 5 videos a day. For free, of course, for free. Well, guess what Inc did? You're right. Then I come back to my father's house. My father's house, we also have Wi-Fi. So I do the same thing. And then finally I move into the apartment. Apartment, I told you I didn't have Wi-Fi, right? So what I would do, I'm not even joking, I wish I was joking. There was a grocery store nearby that had Wi-Fi. Didn't have parental control. So I would go download. I had 2 phones. I always had 2 phones. On one phone I would download videos. At the time I wasn't working. I download videos to watch while I'm playing games. Because I didn't have Wi-Fi, I didn't have cable, didn't have anything, right? And the other phone, I'm downloading corn. And yeah, that's how I got around. So you see, in all walks of life, and it's, why am I trying to say it? Like, because I'm going into extensive details and nobody gives a shit. I shouldn't share this, but it goes to show all of these points, all of this time of my life where I just talked to you guys, all of those events that I mentioned, had one thing in common. When I was at my parents' house, I wasn't allowed to. When I was alone, I couldn't. Right? I still broke the rule. I still made sure that I could. I'm in my comfort zone. See, the problem with an addict, is he's using drugs. The problem with an addict isn't that he's getting high every single day. The problem with an addict is he can't go a day without. Here I am. Huh? Years of abuse. When I talk about this need to get out of this comfort zone, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Shouldn't make this video, but fuck it. I'm still gonna post it, and there you go. I started recording with Amy Vendetta. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being there. Appreciate you guys. Peace. Don't blink. It's your boy. Welcome to the Real Confident Show. Because I'm doing one thing, having a wonderful day. We're still talking about classic, right? We're just finishing the book of classic. We're using classic on this 4th September 2024. On my last video because it's getting dark outside. and we're gonna be revisiting a very odd, a very very weird classic, which is Enzo Gretel. So I found a channel today, which is Movie Nation, right? And Movie Nation uploads movies, and they upload a lot of movies, but it's Hallmark movies, so it's cheap movies, right? One of the movies that I watched today was Hansel and Gretel 1 and 2. They were good. They were not great, but they were good, right? And it made me remember the story of Hansel and Gretel. So Hansel and Gretel is the father meets a woman. The woman, she doesn't like the children, so she pushes out the children. The children find a house made of gingerbread. They get fat. Then there's a witch that cook them and eat them. Hansel and Gretel. And why am I saying this is weird? Is because they're twins. They're Hansel and Gretel, right? Now in this see, to me, if you talk about a classic, you talk about Simon and the Wolf. If you talk about there's always going to be a lesson. What is this in Hansel and Gretel, right? Their mother didn't like, the stepmom didn't like them, so she pushed them away. So they found another woman, and that woman tried to eat them, right? It's weird because Red Robin Hood was a classic where the grandma got eaten by a wolf, then the wolf ate little, I don't know. And I'll talk 4 days of no fapping. And so Gretel for sure is weird, one of the weirder ones. And I like the fact that they revisited it, right? Because yeah, if you look at it, there was so much potential for the story. The father made a mistake, but the twins still add each other. We all know, no matter where you're from, no matter who you are, you know that a twin bond is extremely strong. Right? A twin bond is extremely strong. We all know that. And you have to realize, super simply, you have to realize that makes sense, right? Sorry, I'm doing a diet and I'm doing no fapping, so emotionally speaking, I'm not here. I'm still trying to make content though. The twin bond could have been good. It could have been a lesson of don't eat what you find, don't eat everything that's been offered to you. But there's none. So why did I want to visit Hansel and Gretel? Is because some of those really weird. And I cannot think about Hansel and Gretel without thinking about White Fruit. White Fruit will tell a story. Think of the Dutch story, but they're scary. Hansel and Gretel is scary. To me, Red Little Robin is scary. And it's kind of cool because you had those very scary story. However, you were able to say it. As a parent, you were able to say it. My father bought me a book. It was Les Fers de la Fontaine, which was really good. I'm wondering if you still have it. Les Fables de la Fontaine. I'm wondering if he still have it. I don't know. I'll have to ask him. Anywho, weird video, but Let's Go Gretel sucked. Don't blink, it's your boy. Welcome to the Real Content Show. You guys are doing well, you guys are having a wonderful day. This is a shout out to one of the channels I discovered today, which is Movie Central. Just to make sure. Movie Central. Don't blink, it's your boy. Welcome to the Real Content of the Show. Because you're doing well, guys are having a wonderful day. I want to give a shout out to one of the channels on YouTube that I found today, and I want to say thank you. It is Movie Central. So Movie Central is again a channel on YouTube where you find different movies. Now I know what you're saying. There's a lot of ads. There is a lot of ads. However, if you look at Tubi, if you look at other applications that are free, they'll put ad Pluto TV. They'll put ad. One of the greatest application that I ever bought was Roku TV, because it gives you free shows to watch. Free shows, right? So enjoy that. Movie Central have, of course, it's not great quality movies. It's most likely movies, B movies or Hallmark movies, which are cheaper. but it's free content. And we know that a lot of people will upload movies on YouTube. The copyright strike will take them down. We just enjoy channels that are doing it legally. That's it. Don't blink. It's your boy. Welcome to Nouveau. Another, sorry guys, 4 days diet, 4 days no fapping. Whew. We're the 4th of September today, which is not a special day, but we did watch something special. Again, this morning I was playing the tower. It's weird because me doing this challenge is draining me emotionally a lot. And I know I don't seem like, but I'm an addict. I'm an addict kicking in addiction, right? So it's normal to be in this case. You see, I was playing the tower because the tower doesn't require work, and it's pretty popular on YouTube. I get good views for it. So the tower, I don't need to talk. I can just watch shows. I watch movie, and that's what I was to talk about. We made a shout out to the channel of Movie Central, which uploads free movie, and the movie we saw was Hansel and Gretel. There was no credits, right? The only thing I can tell you is the second movie was released in 2015. The story of those two movies is pretty simple. We're revisiting the classic of Hansel and Gretel, which are two kids that have been abandoned by their father. They've been abandoned by their father, so they roam the forest. They find a house and gingerbread. They eat the gingerbread. They get fat. They get cooked. They get eaten. Right? Pretty simple. However, this is a much better version. This is a version that is, to me, much more interesting. Actually, listen. Did I think the movie was great? No. I think they were enjoyable. Yes. Do you need a movie to be great? No. You can enjoy it. No matter what. Let's say no regardless. It's regardless and no matter what at the same time. So the movie is about Hansel and Gretel. They're now older. Hansel is a bum who only plays video game. The classic stereotype for a young adult male. I wonder where you get that. I think. And Gretel, she's working with this person that owns a bakery shop, right? Now, my problem with this person that owns a bakery shop is within the first 4 to 5 minutes of the movie, you know it's her, the bad guy. You know it's her. Of course, if you know the story of Hansel and Gretel, you know that there's a witch. This will be eaten, right? Now, what does change and what is fantastic is the witch, which is Lilith, see potential, and she sees potential in Gretel, so she's trying to recruit her to become a witch, right? So she captured Hansel and Gretel. She's gonna be eating Hansel, but she wants Gretel to be one of the witch, right? In the second movie we know why, right? And that's pretty much it. That's the whole movie. The whole movie is a bunch of people locked inside a basement and are trying to get eaten. Is the friendship or the bond between brothers and sister? Is the witch? We're gonna be talking about the movie, what I felt about it, right? After, for now, we're just gonna do a very quick summary of the two movies. But the second movie, which is once again, I think it's 3 years later or a year later, I don't remember. At the end of the movie, the first movie, Gretel becomes a witch, right? So the second movie is once again, it's Hansel. Now that you know that there's a witch, wants to hunt witch. If you saw the movie with what's the name of the guy who plays Hawkeye in Marvel? I don't remember, but he does Hansel and Gretel, right? And that's the same concept, the same idea. So they go to hunt witches, but the cool thing is the first movie we saw the brother and the sister fighting together. Now they have to fight each other. The second movie is about a coven of witches. There's a lot of witches. Lilith, which was the witch in the first movie, being dead. There's like a free place in the power, so different witches are working together to be in charge of the coven. However, it does feel like Gretel is being possessed by Lilith. It's not clear. I thought she wants to defend the town. The second movie was confusing. Now, my critic of the two movies. First movie, cool. It does feel Hallmark. It's not a lot of budget. Again, Lilith being suspect number one in the first 4 minutes is kind of not cool. However, in the first 20 minutes, it is confirmed that she's the one. So it's not necessarily like, oh, I guess that she was the final boss. No, she's the final boss, and we know it from the beginning. My complaints, there's some cool moments. They're swearing, they're it's kind of cool how they do. It's funny. The relationship between the brother and the sister, you believe it, right? My flaw of the movie is the witch in itself. She's super strong. There's no ending to her. She has two child, which are grown fucking men. They're huge, right? They're huge, and these two go down like this. But the witch, her, which is a frail old woman, no. My problem also is she wanted Gretel to be the witch, but she does nothing to. Well, she tries to convince her, but she doesn't do. You would think that a witch that had been alive for that long would do better, right? Otherwise, the first movie is kind of cool, it's kind of good, not great, but kind of good. Second movie is possibly some of the worst things I saw. There's some really good point though. There's some really good quality. In the first movie, we meet both Hansel and Gretel, right? Sorry, I'm gonna have to do the tower a little bit. The tower a little bit. The great part about the movie is in the first movie, I don't know if it's on purpose. On the first movie, you do feel like they were planning for a sequel. It does feel like it, and the sequel kind of cool because the first movie does show a Gretel that is very shy, a Gretel that is very in her own place. Now that she's being in control or possessed, there's no meaning. There's a couple of times that you think that she's possessed by Lilith, but she might not be, right? So it's not good. It's not even enjoyable. But the first one was so good that I gave it a chance. But in the second one, Gretel, she looks radiant. She looks really good. She looks beautiful. You see and she's like, wow, she really changed. Almost as if they changed actress. They didn't, but still. The second movie, the other great part is Hansel. He's kind of like a badass. He kills witch. He is really cool. Like it's just a bunch of weird things. Like for example, Hansel meets one of his old crush. Hansel just left, as I said before, to hunt witches. And that old crush is like, oh, why didn't you call me back? Why didn't you want to take a date? And she has this boyfriend, but she has this boyfriend, which is supposed to be like, okay, well, you miss your chance, Hansel, and you're kind of rooting for Hansel to win back the love that he lost. Then you realize that the boyfriend is gay. There's nothing wrong with being gay, but why put him in a couple if he's gay? Right? Why not be a bigger brother, protective? I said, hey, you hurt my sister, I'm gonna let you hurt her again. Right? Gretel is a mess. I love the action. She did a really good job, but she's a mess. She's fighting the witches, promising her brother. After that, you realize that she's using her brother to eat the witch so she can gain their power. But it's not clear what's her purpose. It's not clear if she's Gretel or she's Lilith. After that, there's another witch, a secret witch, which is Hansel's first girlfriend. She becomes another witch. She's like, oh, you're not gonna push me, and then she burns Lilith. So why did you bring up Lilith? It's really weird. And it's not enjoyable. However, like I said, Hansel and Gretel both have a shine up. I would have really loved to see a Gretel that's bad, but at the end, Hansel is able to at least kill her or bring her back. There's none of that. I feel like this movie was made in hope for a third one. But the second one was just bad. The first one was really good though. And the first one I actually enjoyed it. The second one, not bad. There's three witches, right, that are going after Gretel because she's not so Lilith was the witch of the coven. So the coven was a group of witches. And like, okay, well, I'm the new witch in town. I'm the new queen witch. And it's kind of cool. It's like, okay, cool, holy shit. A new queen in town. Then you realize that she doesn't serve a lot of purpose. And again, it's not the problem that she doesn't serve a lot of purpose. It's just that you put so much emphasis on the coven. You put so much emphasis on Lilith. It's like you have the good build-up. The build-up is actually pretty good. Like, okay, well, is Gretel a good guy or a bad guy? Because at the end of the first movie, they say, oh, she's a bad guy. Now, there's a lot of people being killed. You see her killing other witches. It's like she's killing witches. How's that a bad thing? And then you realize that she's a bad person, right? And you're like, okay, well, I didn't see that coming. And it's not that I didn't see that coming because it's clever. Because it's just confusing. It's confusing. It's not like, oh my god, plot twist. That's it. Anywho, I'm gonna have a video. I'm not gonna give notes because that's not my kind. It's not my type to do. but the first one is good. And it's easy. I don't know the director. There's a lot of Hansel and Gretel movie, but I would say that easily you can watch the first movie without watching the second one. I would recommend it. But you do what you want. You're a free person, a free soul, a free will, and that's pretty much it. I love you guys. Take it easy. You know what? It shouldn't be like this piece. It should be like this. This is better. It feels better. It feels more real. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. You guys are doing well. Good guys are having a wonderful day on this 4th September 2024. My daily planner. You can see the day's almost done, but we're still gonna do it. My daily planner is quite simple. We watch 2 movies, because again, no fapping, no the diet does drain a lot of energy. Watch 2 movies, play the tower. I'm falling back in love with the tower. Then we streamed, which was cool. And we're doing videos. We're gonna be doing a workout. We're gonna be reacting to something. Chilling again. That's my whole day. Anywho, short videos. But that's the daily planner, the 4th September 2024. Love you guys. Yes, Miller. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. Visit well on this 4th September 2024. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. You guys are doing well. You guys are having a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, whatever it is. You deserve it. Again, completely forgot to do a feeling weather reporter job today. I've been checking for it. I thought I did it this morning, but I can't find the file. So that means I didn't do it. It is 8 o'clock, so it's too late. But the weather on the 4th September 2024 was 22 degrees. A warmer day than yesterday. But it's still kind of good. There was no rain. It was a beautiful day outside. And I feel bad because I missed it. And yesterday we also did it at 7 o'clock. So I have to do a better thing. And I have to start, like for example, the daily planner. So what I think I'm doing wrong is I'm doing the daily planner and I'm doing the weather report at the same time, and I'm uploading them after when I'm uploading, because I only upload a batch of them once a day. So I'll take a 40 minutes out and I'll upload. I think I have to upload the daily planner and the weather reporter first thing in the morning. It could be nicer. However, we fucked up. Oof. 8 minutes. 8 minutes. C'est bon. Perfect. Thank you.